Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to All Praise Picks. Today we're looking at the Connecticut Sun playing against the Las Vegas Aces in a great WNBA showdown on June 21st, 2024. Currently, the Connecticut Suns are 13-1, which is first place in the Eastern Conference, and the Las Vegas Aces are 7-6, which is third place in the Western Conference. But if you're not aware, the Las Vegas Aces were the back-to-back champions in 22 and 23. So they are a pretty good team, even though the record right now is close to 500. But I got two parlays for you guys, both on BetMGM. As always, I'll break down the lines, give you my thoughts, and if you tap in, hopefully we can all win. So this is the first parlay at plus 120. It's a 6-leg parlay. The first line I have here is for Asia Wilson to get over 5 rebounds. She's gone over this mark in every game this season, and she's averaging 11.3 rebounds per game. And in 3 games versus the Sun last year, she averaged 8.3 rebounds and should be a good bet to get over 5 in this matchup. So yeah, I do favor her to score as well, which will be in the next parlay. But I also have Jackie Young here to score over 12 plus points. She's averaged 17.6 points at home, and in the last 3 games, she's averaged 25.3 points. So I believe that she's found her footing offensively after having a slow start and a tough stretch in the beginning of June. She scored over 30 points in 2 of her last 3 games, and she should be a great scoring option for at least 12 in this game. I also have Alyssa Thomas, who's on the Suns, to get over 20 points, rebounds, and assists combined. In her last 3 games versus the Aces, she's averaged 11.7 points, 8 rebounds, and 9.3 assists. And on the season, she's averaging 12.7 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 8.1 assists. So I do think that she's a good bet to get over 20 combined points, rebounds, and assists in this game. And I think that throughout the entire season and so far, the entire offense has been really flowing through Thomas, who's just a veteran on the Connecticut Sun. I also have Dewana Bonner to get over 12 points. So she's the leading scorer on the Sun this season, averaging 17.5 points and 6.1 rebounds. And the entire Sun starting lineup is really filled with even scorers, but I do favor Bonner's overall offensive game in this game versus the Aces, and I do like her free throw chances late in the game, which could be easy points to get to this 12-point mark. I could see the Sun slowing down the game and getting Bonner in the post or to the free throw line via fouls to keep this game competitive as well. So I do think that she's a good bet for over 12 points. On top of that, she's gone over this line in every game except for one, and she's really just shown that she's the number 1 option on the Suns, and she should be a number 1 option for us to get over 12 plus points in this game too. I also have Brianna Jones on the Suns to get over 4 rebounds, and I mainly favored the defensive matchup versus the Aces in this one. She's like a 6'3" forward, and she's averaged 9.5 rebounds in 3 games versus the Aces last season, and her rebound numbers are down to an average of 4.5 per game, but she should have more potential rebound chances in this game because I think the Sun will favor her and Bonner as a size mismatch overall in this game. The last line I have is for the total number of points to go over 155.5 points. So in the 3 games that they played last season, it went over this mark in all 3 games. And currently this season, the Aces are the number 2 offense in the league, averaging 87.4 points per game, and they do score a little bit more at home as well. And the Suns, they're pretty formidable as well. The number 4 offense in the league, averaging 80.9 points. So I do think that this will be a high-scoring game, and I do think it can go either way. But I do think that it will go over 155.5 points in this one. So at plus 120, if you bet 1 unit, say 1 unit, for example, is $100, you will win $120 or 120% of your investment, which is more than double. That is great. But I would just advise you guys to have financial consciousness and just an overall awareness of how much you're putting in for each parlay if you do decide to do this parlay with me. So this is the next parlay I have at plus 155. The first line I have here is for the Aces to cover a 4.5 point spread, essentially not to lose this game by more than 5 points. And I do think that they're playing much better recently. And when looking at the Suns' schedule, in their 13 wins, they really haven't faced a team the caliber of the Aces, other than the Liberty at home, and that was a game that they lost. Last season, the Aces beat them 90-84 in Connecticut, and they also beat them 102-84 in Las Vegas. So I do favor the Aces overall in this game. And the next line I have is for Kelsey Plum to score over 12 points. So she's averaging 18.4 points at home this season, but I do expect her to have a bounce back game as well after scoring only 11 points versus the Seattle Storm in their previous game. And she mainly only scored 11 points because she only took 8 shots. Jackie Young had a really great game, scoring over 30 in that one, which led to Plum being more of an offensive facilitator rather than an offensive scorer. And I do think that she'll get over 10 field goal attempts in this game, so she should be able to get her 12 points as long as she's playing well offensively. I do also have Asia Wilson to get over 18 points in this game. So she currently is on a 13-game streak of having over 20-plus points, and I believe that she set the WNBA record for most consecutive 20-points games in a season dating back to last season. So I do think that she should be a good bet to get over 18 as long as she has that streak of 20-plus points in her mind, which I do think that she does. Over the season, she's averaged 27.5 points and just over 11 rebounds. And she's currently making a case for MVP as long as the Aces continue to win. And I do think after their slow start, she should have a good chance to get a win in this one, and will do so by getting over 18 points. The last two lines I have Brianna Jones and Dejanay Carrington to get over 8 points in this game, and it's mainly because of the mismatch that I mentioned before with their size. They're both over 6 foot forwards, and when it comes to Brianna Jones, she's passed this mark in 13 out of 14 games this season, and her scoring has increased over the past few weeks. She's gone over 8 points in 12 straight games, and I think that similar to Dejanay Carrington and really everybody that I put a bet on for points today, I do think that the free throw percentage is there, because I do think it will be to the Suns' advantage to try to slow down the game by getting to the free throw line, but also by fouling the Aces team when they're on offense, so that they can slow down the game and get set on defense. So I do think that Jones should be able to get 8+ points, and I think the same is true for Carrington. Carrington has gotten over 8+ points in 11 out of 14 games this season, and her scoring has increased. Over the past few weeks, she's had 5 straight games of 8+ points, and 6 out of her last 8 games have gone over 8+ points. And as mentioned before, the free throw potential is there. She's shooting over 80% from the free throw line, so if the game is close late and the Aces do decide to foul the Sun, or the Sun decide to drive to the basket or to slow down the game, I do think that it'll be Carrington and Jones, and as well as Bonner to some extent, shooting those free throws. So I do think that they're a good bet to get over 8+ points. So at plus 155, if you bet 1 unit on this parlay, you'll have 155% return on your investment as long as it wins, which is more than double and is a great return on investment. So I would just advise you guys to have financial consciousness and an overall understanding of your bankroll when making these decisions. But I appreciate you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more WNBA and MLB videos coming out later this week. And until then, peace out.